So, hello everyone. Maybe you are surprised why I'm starting to speak English. And the reason is very simple. You had response in the forms maybe a month ago that you would like to try some English lesson in chemistry. So, the reason why the Tomáš Kyzek is here today is that he is good in English. He has many certifications. Just one. Okay, doesn't matter. And the second is that Tom loves teaching. So he is preparing to study for teacher, to be teacher. I'm right? Am I right? Okay. So what will we do today is that Tom will practice English chemistry lesson, English chemistry class today, and the topic will be sulfuric acid. So we will try to do it. Please be tolerant to our maybe small mistakes that we can make during the lesson. Okay? And another one, please don't be shy to ask the questions if you will have someone for Tom. Okay? So, Tom will start maybe in Czech, I don't know. Okay. So, have enjoyed this class.
No, tak já vás teda zdravím. Já bych vám chtěl zadat něco, jsme angličtina není zas tak dobrá. A jako v chemii jsem taky tak jakože to mě. Kdybych náhodou říkal nějaké blbosti, tak prosím pravte, jo. Na to. Jinak, jako, abyste jste hodili něco, jinak jako hodně z vás mě zná, dokonce už, tak bych se troufal říct, polovina z téhle třídy už dokonce ví, jak učím díky loňskému roku, ale já bych jako hlavně chtěl říct, abyste z té hodiny něco měli, tak já vám to pak jako řeknu i česky, jo. Ale já bych jako nejdřív zkusil teda v té angličtině a já se vás budu třeba ptát i na něco, abych rozdělal, kdybych jako tady nevedl jenom monolog, ale si mohli i popovídat, jo. Okay, so I'm going to speak English now, so we should speak about sulfuric acid. That means that we have to know what is sulfur. So in Czech, what is sulfur? Síra. Yes, it's síra. And now, you should have told about some sulfur compounds. I don't know about what have you been talking already.
Yes, we have been talking about hydrogen sulfuric compounds, also about oxygen compounds.
Okay, so we should move on to sulfuric acid and acids in general. So, sulfuric acid and sulfurous acid are two acids which sulfur creates. The weaker one is the sulfurous acid. Which acid do you think is it? Or which acids, sulfur acids, do you know in Czech? Sírovou a? Yes, sířičí. So, we have two. I hope you see. Acid sulfuric is one of the, and acid sulfurous is second. So now, which one is sířičita. What do you think? We have sulfurous and means we have oxide sířičity and we add it to water. I hope you know what is water. And we get sulfurous acid. Okay, so that's the main thing you should know about sulfurous acid. And now we can move on to sulfuric acid. So sulfuric acid is kyselina sírová, and I would say the most important acid in chemistry because we use it not only in anorganic but also in organic chemistry, and we use it as a catalyst, and for example we use it to create compounds we need. So we have sulfuric acid, and what are its properties? So it's diprotic. That means it has 2 protons. It can give. It's dehydrating. That means that it absorbs water vapor, and also it's oxidizing. That means when we add it to some metals, we get salt. When we add or reaction of water and sulfuric acid is really dangerous because it's really high exothermic. That means that when the reaction started, it gives us a really big amount of heat. So we shouldn't spill water to the acid, but acid to the water. And it's really important when you will work with acid and water, you should know this point. And I will say you in Czech one more because it's really important. Next thing you should know is usage of, or no, first thing is how we preparate the sulfuric acid. So, analogically, when we had dioxide, sulfur, and water, we create sulfurous acid. So how do you think we can create sulfuric acid? And you can in Czech tell me. It's the same reaction, but we don't use dioxide sulfur, but místo oxidu sířičitého použijeme oxid sírový. Yes. So we have trioxide sulfur, we add it to water, and we get sulfuric acid. But this reaction we couldn't or we can't use it in laborations or fabrics because it's danger reaction. So to create more acid sulfuric, we add trioxide sulfur to acid sulfuric, and we create disulfuric acid. Okay, so we have sulfuric acid, we add it to the sulfuric acid trioxide, and we got disulfuric acid. Okay, but we need from this the sulfuric acid. That means that we add to the disulfuric acid, water, and we create two pieces of acid sulfuric. And the one is going back to the reaction, and we can create more and more sulfuric acid. Okay, so this is creation in real life, because this reaction is danger. We can't use it in a real life. So now we can speak about usage of acid sulfuric. Maybe you know about some usage of the sulfuric acid. I don't know if there is anybody interested in cars. Because in one bit of a car we can find acid sulfuric. Do you know which one? Yes, in the battery we can see we can find the sulfuric acid as a electrolyte. Okay, so usage is in lead acid batteries. We can use it also as a fungicide. Do you know what is fungicide? Or have you ever heard it before? Do you know what is fungi from biology? Hoba, yes. So what is fungicide? Přípravek proti hoba, yes. Okay. And also it's used when you need to clean your pipes in a home. You can use some cleaners with sulfuric acid. Okay. Now something about sulfate hydrate. Okay. I should tell you what is, when we look on the board, we can see sulfide and sulfate. Sulfide is salt of acid sulfurous. Sulfate is acid of sulfuric acid. Okay? Bisulfite and bisulfate are hydrogen sulfate and hydrogen sulfide. That means that we have sulfate in Czech, síra, bisulfate, v češtině hydrogen síra, yes. Sulfide in Czech, sířička, bisulfide in Czech, hydrogen sířička, yes. So, when we have sulfates, yes, we have sulfates, and we have hydrate. That means that we add some water to sulfate, and I will give you an example. I think everybody should know this one. Yes, exactly. It's skalice modrá, in English is pentahydrate copper sulfate. And we use this hydrate sulfate in analytical chemistry. So we use it to prove if something is what we think is it, or to find out what is the thing we are looking after. So this is one thing, And second thing is, for example, this. How would you name it in Czech? Does anybody know? What is difference between this and this? And we don't talk about hydrate, we talk about sulfate. What is the difference? Yes, it's one thing. And why it's double? Why do we have? Do we need two sulfates? What is the difference between cations? Yes, we have two cations: potassium and aluminium. This is called in Czech kamence. In English, it's called L. Okay, I have it here. I hope you see it. This is kamence. And these alums are used to, for example, when you shave yourself and you cut, then you use alum to harm it. Or, for example, it's used in things called astringent, which you use when you cut yourself widely, for example, somewhere on the hand, and you need to close it. You would use the astringent, which is also contained of. It contains the alum. Okay, and I forgot to say that we can also get sulfates. Yes, sulfates. We can get sulfates from sulfides, and that we can gain it in bit different way. So we use sulfide. Okay, we have any sulfide. How does it go? Sířičitan sodný, and we add it to sulfuric acid. And we get disulfate called síran sodný, and dioxide, sulfur, that means oxid sířičitý, and water. Okay, so this is one of the way how we can get sulfates. And now about reaction of acid sulfuric. So we have acid sulfuric, and we are talking about with what it can react. So concentrate it and dilute it. Can you tell me difference? Dilute and concentrated. What do you think will be difference? So what does it mean concentrated? Koncentrovaná. Yes. And dilute? Zředěná. Přesně tak. So concentrated, it reacts, for example, with copper, not with all metals, but for example copper, and we don't get salt and hydrogen, which is common in when you a bit in different way. So we have acid, basically in general acid, and we add metal to it, we get hydrogen and salt. Okay, I will tell you example. We have acid, we add metal, and we get salt and hydrogen. Okay? This is usual way how the reaction goes. But when we have diluted sulfuric acid, it reacts with copper, for example, but we don't get hydrogen and salt. We get dark sulfur, water, and salt. Okay? That's the difference. I hope it's dilute. Oh, no, it's concentrated. I'm sorry. Concentrated acid sulfuric reacts with copper and creates this. And dilute acid sulfuric reacts usually as this. So we add, and it reacts with metals which are in galvanic series or electropotential series above copper. Do you know what is galvanic series? Přesně tak, Beckettova řada. And you know that in Beckettova řada you have hydrogen, and there you have which metals? Ušlechtile, and there you have neušlechtile. Copper is ušlechtile. So it is somewhere there. And I said that dilute sulfuric acid reacts with metals above copper. What does it mean? Will we go to the right or to the left? To the left. So these metals, there is, for example, I hope I am right. So this, for example, these metals react with dilute acid sulfuric. And now we have dilute acid sulfuric and we add the metal. For example, iron. So what do we get when we look on this? Yes, and so would be. In Czech, is it? Železnatý. In English, sulfate iron. And the second thing we get is? No. Hydrogen. Okay, so this is the reactions of acid sulfuric. I would say that is, in English I would say it's all. Pan Navratik will tell you more, but for you to have something from this lesson, now I will all tell you in Czech, okay? Takže, konečně jazyk, který ovládám, vím. Máme síru. Potřebujeme kyselinu sírovou a kyselinu siřičitou. Kyselinu siřičitou vytvoříme jednoduše, a to tím, že přidáme oxid siřičitý, který je kyselinotvorný, do vody. Ano, to je tahle ta reakce. Dostaneme kyselinu siřičitou. Kyselina siřičitá je slabá kyselina a její soli, například siřičitá sodný, reaguje s kyselinou sírovou za vzniku síran, oxidu siřičitého a vody. Jo, tohle byste měli o kyselině siřičité vědět. Že je slabá a že se připravuje rozpouštěním oxidu siřičitého ve vodě a že její soli reagují s kyselinou sírovou za vzniku síran. Tak, to bychom měli jednu věc. Kyselina sírová, ta se dá připravit rozpouštěním oxidu sírového ve vodě. Jenže tahle reakce je silně exotermická a proto je nebezpečná a nedá se skoro ve většině případů připravit a příprava je náročná. Proto se připraví nějaké to množství tímhletím způsobem, ale dále už se nepoužívá pro rozpouštění toho oxidu sírového ve vodě, ale vezme se ten oxid sírový a rozpustí se už v té kyselině sírové, kterou jsme vytvořili. Díky tomu nám vznikne kyselina disírová a abychom z kyseliny disírové udělali kyselinu sírovou, stačí nám k ní přidat vodu a vzniknou nám 2 moly kyseliny sírové. A jeden z těch molů se vrátí zpátky do té reakce. Jo, takže tohle je rozdíl mezi přípravou a výrobou. Jo? Tak, jinak kyselina sírová je žlutá viskozní kapalina, je dvojsitná, což znamená, že když se podíváme, takže když se podíváme, tak kyselina sírová může odštěpit 2 protony. Ano, proto je dvojsitná a může tvořit tedy hydrogen, sírany a nebo sírany. Dále má dehydratační účinky, je hygroskopická, což znamená, že pohlcuje vodní páry. Tak teď vám pan učitel ukáže pokus na hydratační účinky vody. No, tak myslím, že to je velmi manganný stav. No, to je cukr. Tak skoro.
Kyselina sírová je viskózní, jako teče trošičku pomaleji, tak jak to viskózní kapaliny dělají, než voda. Já si vezmu právě pomůcky.
Jo, tomuhle procesu říkáme zpohlavnění organických látek. Jo? Takže když byste se polili, což vám nikomu nepřeju, na auto kyselinou sírovou, tak se stane plus minus něco takového. Což asi není moc